In this edition, Premier officially inaugurates Industrial Park. FAI's reforming cabinet structure. Hello and welcome. This is OBN. I'm Honor Khalil. That is Voice for the People. Stay tuned. Prime Minister of Ethiopia, Dr. Abiy Ahmed, says his government is committed to expand modern industrial parks and speed up economic transformation through working hard in this regard. He, the Premier, has officially opened Adama Industrial Park, the first phase. Leta Teresa reports.
During the Adama Industrial Park inauguration ceremony, Prime Minister of Ethiopia, Dr. Abiy Ahmed, stressed that the government would embark on economic development. He pointed out that job creation is the main focal area of the government activities.
Hereafter, our focus is on creating job opportunity for the youth who struggled to bring real democracy in this country. So today is the day when we begin to turn our face toward this development.
Elaborating that the Adama Industrial Park is multi-purpose industry, the Premier revealed that there are private investors who have high interest to construct similar industries in the area. He said the government will work for the realization of their dream and make the necessary support.
የነበራትን ስም ጠብቃ ኢንቨስተሮች ብቻ ሳይሆን ቱሪስቶች የምትስብ ከተማ
Not only for manufacturing purpose, the industrial park will be tourist destination site as we expand hotels and recreational sites. It would also help Adama Science and Technology University to teach its students practically here. In the future, it will be a model industry for such purposes. Not by government alone, private industries have also shown the interest to build similar industrial parks in this area. This is the responsibility of the surrounding community to welcome and support the investors. I believe you will also play your role in accepting investors as you did previously as per the Oromo culture.
Adding the government would be committed to expand industrial park in Adama town. The Prime Minister urged the youth to fight against poverty through highly engaging in development activities.
ወጣቶች በተለይም በዚህ አካባቢ የምትገኙ ቄሮች
You, the youth, especially Keros who reside here, it is obvious that everyone struggles for democracy and justice. But after achieving victory and making sure that democracy is ensured, they will turn their faces toward this development with all forces and full heart. So, I would like to urge you all to join your hands in the endeavors being made to alleviate poverty and strengthen democratization process in the country, building institutions and ensuring rule of law.
Dr. Abiy stressed that the government would discharge its full responsibility to improve the life standard of farmers who gave their land for the construction of the industrial park.
በአዳማ የጀመርነው የኢንዱስትሪያል ፓርክ ስራ
The farmers around this area have played key role for the success of the construction of this industrial park. They deserve not only thanks and a job opportunity, but it is our obligation to ensure that they have the chance to lead more improved life standard than they have had before.
Prime Minister Dr. Abiy Ahmed called on foreign investors, domestic investors and Ethiopian diasporas residing abroad to come and invest in Adama, a peaceful and lively town.
ወደ አዳማ የምትመጡ ኢንቨስተሮች
Since Adama is a town which has shown the culture of love, peaceful coexistence and accommodating all practically, you investors from abroad and here at home, I call upon you to come and invest here knowing that the government will make all the necessary support. Ethiopian diaspora dwelling in different parts of the world, I call on you all to turn your face towards investing in this park or in other similar parks in the country.
Adama Industrial Park specializes in textile and apparel and also vehicles assembly and food processing, and would lie on 2,000 hectares of land. Upon completion, that it would create 60,000 jobs. President of the Oromo Region State, Lamma Magarsa, said his government, the government of Oromo Region State, will aggressively work on benefiting the public from industrial parks expansion works. Lamma Magarsa made the remark while attending the inauguration ceremony of Adama Industrial Park, of course, Phase 1. Leta Teresa takes up Fakadu Burhanu's report.
Adama Industrial Park, whose construction was launched in 2016, has been inaugurated in the presence of Prime Minister Dr. Abiy Ahmed, President Lamma Magarsa, and other government officials. While inaugurating the park, President of the Oromia Regional State Lamma Magarsa said that expanding industrial parks can play a great role to realize economic development of the country.
Industrial parks can play enormous role to change body image of our countries and to have society which can lead its life properly. It is also a good ladder of fast economic growth. So the government has been working with this maximum effort towards the sector to see the country we dream for. The government has also been working to change agriculture-led economy to industry through working on agriculture more than ever.
President Lamma added that the government has been facilitating everything needed to engage local and foreign investors in the industrial sector to realize the country's development.
The government has been strongly working to fasten the growth of industry sector, which is at low level, through engaging local and foreign investors. So we have been expanding industrial parks across the country, which is fruitful for our economic development.
Lamma stressed that industrial parks could create good opportunity for investors to produce different products under one umbrella, adding that the government has been expanding industrial parks across the country with high commitment. He noted that the Adama Industrial Park has specialized on areas of textile, apparel, and agro-processing.
Adama Industrial Park mainly focuses on textile factory, and it has also specialized on machinery, which makes it unique from the other industrial parks across the country. It is also close to expressway, railway, Djibouti, and has a port so as to export its production without any challenges.
President Lamma underscored that the park has paramount role in benefiting the surrounding community, especially the farmers, adding that it can also generate more foreign currency.
The industry park can benefit our farmers by consuming their production as raw materials. It can also serve as practical center for Adama Science and Technology University and the others.
The president further noted that the park will create more job opportunity for the surrounding community when it's fully operational. He underscored that his government will continue with the support needed for industrial parks that are being built in the region.
Board chairperson of the Ethiopian Industrial Parks Development Corporation, Dr. Arkaba Ukbai, revealed that Ethiopia will have 30 industrial parks at the end of the second GDP. And Chief Executive Officer of Industrial Parks Development Corporation, Lelise Name, lauded Adama Industrial Park as unique in the country. Sorichaka Benicha reports.
On inauguration ceremony of Adama Industrial Park, Chief Executive Officer of Ethiopian Industrial Park Development Corporation, Lelise Neme, said this Adama Industrial Park has a significant role in realizing the ever-started economic transformation of Ethiopia. In the measures taken in the previous year on economic transformation policies and programs, now a lot of works are underway to change our poor history. This industrial park, beyond its role in bringing structural transformation in our country's economy, is also expected to inspire our African brothers. She said. Lelise stated that Ethiopian Industrial Park Development Corporation in the last 4 years inaugurated 5 industrial parks in different regions of the country, including this Adama Industrial Park. Lelise thanked Adama Town and the surrounding farmers for giving their land for the project and prioritizing national interests. Our farmers who provided us their land to build this park by prioritizing their country's development from their own benefit deserves great thanks. I request all of you to thank our farmers who did unforgettable history for the country and for the next generations. She said. Board chairperson of the Ethiopian Industrial Park Development Corporation, Dr. Arkaba Ukbai, for his part said that Adama Industrial Park was built by the experience got from Hawassa Industrial Park and experiences from abroad in quality. Dr. Arkaba explained that parts of the park which inaugurated the first phase and it plays a paramount role in creating job opportunity and solving foreign currency problems the current is facing.
ከአንጋፋው የሐዋሳ ኢንዱስትሪ ፓርክ ልምድ ተቀምሮ በጥራት የተሰራ ነው።
This industrial park was built on 2,000 hectares of land, and it is expected to engage a number of international companies, which will generate about $1 billion income when fully gas operational. This Adama Industrial Park is expected to create huge job opportunity, and we hope that it alleviates currency problem which challenges our economic development.
Chinese ambassador to Ethiopia, Tianjan, who took part on the occasion, said that Ethiopia has a good economic policies and a great growth momentum.
Ethiopia has good economic policies and a great growth momentum. Ethiopia has been pursuing the policy of industrialization as evidenced by building industrial parks. Indeed, investment, industrialization, and infrastructure, I call it 3 I's, are really important, in the absence of which developing countries will remain at the bottom end of the global supply chain, selling only raw materials and primary agricultural products for just tiny bits of profit. What is more impressive is the new development momentum generated by the Prime Minister since his taking office only half a year ago. Like the ease of tensions in this sub-region, the launch of state-owned enterprises privatization, very exciting.
Ambassador Tianjan appreciated Ethiopian Prime Minister Dr. Abiy Ahmed by comparing him with the Chinese President Xi Jinping.
Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed said, let's work 7 days a week and we will see change within 2 to 3 years. So let's redouble our efforts to deliver. It's really great to be with you on this Sunday. Thank you very much.
Dr. Arkaba Kubai is also economic advisor to the Prime Minister and also a board chairman of Ethiopian Industrial Parks Development Corporation. This corporation was established in 2014 under the Regulation 326/2014 by the Council of Ministers. Members of Ethiopian diaspora community who attended the inaugural ceremony of Adama Industrial Park held an all-rounded change Ethiopia is registering. Olkaba Ndumo has compiled their views.
I came to Ethiopia after 20 years, and in the last 20 years so much has happened. You know, the loss of life is the first and the biggest in my mind, and the human rights issues were the top agenda in my mind for last 5-6 years that we have been working on. And now arriving here last 2 weeks and visiting different cities, I have been to Ambo, to Ginchi, to Shashamene, to Nagil RC, and different, and also to Adama. And the efforts that the Prime Minister is making in terms of really reinvigorating, re-energizing the economic sector is something that should be applauded, and it's a very positive move. We really appreciate a lot that the Prime Minister and his cabinet is making to, particularly in Oromia region, there were no development the last 27 years. You can see the roads, you can see the schools, you can see different kind of infrastructures throughout Oromia. So this kind of industrial park creates jobs, creates an avenue for our people to earn more and to get jobs.
Hopefully what we hear is what is going to happen, and we will hope our people will can take advantage of the revolution, not to let others hijack the revolution, not only the economic revolution, but the other revolution as well, like we see on the other side. So hopefully it is very big change. We saw it ourselves. Usually we hear it from the television and through the media, through you guys. But now we have seen all the developments going on. But in detail, we hope it is what we think.
We do look into different aspects of it when we see such kind of industrial park. And, the people who were on this land, where they are, whether they get enough compensation or not. And just a few minutes ago, I have seen an award given to a representative of people who have been previous residents of this area. That is highly encouraging and highly positive. We all need developments, but not at the cost of anybody, not at the cost of what has brought us into questioning the previous government. Through master plan, the Oromos at this area has been removed and evicted from their land, and we do love development. We do love such kind of industrial park to come to different parts of Oromia, but in a balanced way.
The industrial park has its benefits and also its side effects or its disadvantages. The disadvantage is, of course, displacing people from their homes, and also the environmental damage is also, another issue we need to see. But overall, the economic advantage to the local people here, it would be huge. That means in this industrial park, we probably can have thousands of people employed. And then if the fair wage is implemented, people can earn livable wage. Provided they live around, they don't have to spend money on taxis or like transportation. And so people can benefit hugely or greatly from this industrial park, not only through employment, but also through skills training. They can have different factories here, they can have different manufacturing machines here, and then they can implement the same skill to other localities. So it's going to be huge for both local residents here and also the whole of Oromia or Ethiopia.
Yeah, this first phase of the Adama Industrial Park creates 20,000 jobs and generates $38 million annually. Members of Jaffe Oromia have discussed the research conducted by the Oromia Public Service and Human Resource Development Bureau to restructure the region's government bureaus. Atlugab reports.
The Oromia Public Service and Human Resource Development Bureau disclosed that it has conducted research to restructure the Oromia government bureaus that would enable them to provide swift, quality and accessible services to the public. Research findings revealed that it would also enable to strategically use human resources of the region. Members of the Jaffe have discussed the research findings here in Adama town. Deputy Head of the Oromia Public Service and Human Resource Development Bureau and the coordinator of the research group, Tesfaye Abebe, has briefed OBN about the research finding.
The regional government structure, which is functioning right now, hasn't reached the grassroots level as it is needed. This should be solved from the base. Secondly, when we see the management of human resource in a region, it is highly saturated at the bureau level without adding value for the public as it is needed. But the finding has shown us that the government must reach the grassroots level and solve the public grievances.
Tesfaye expressed readiness of his bureau to efficiently apply the finding if it is approved by members of the Jaffe. Some members of the Jaffe also appreciated the finding. Our ultimate goal is to ensure the benefit of the public. To do so, providing service from organized service provider at all levels would solve public grievances, she said.
Thanks for watching. Have a good time. But up next comes Pick of the Week. I'll be back with that. Stay tuned, please. Don't go away.